the gridiron. It's the Cowboys going up against the Chiefs. With that, let's get out to Arrowhead. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got... Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some room to maneuver. What a move. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 50 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here we go with Jamal Charles. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Smith now on second down. They complete it to Hill. They had a pretty nifty hurdle, but couldn't do much else as he's brought down. 3rd and 2, Smith. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. It's Smith. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And now here come the Cowboys. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. 2nd and 1, and people wanted to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now Tony Romo on first down. It's caught on the right side, Williams. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Get ready.
On 2nd down, Elliott trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out here in the eye. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
In motion here is Witten. 3rd and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. 6 yards to go here on second down. Out of the gun, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Smith. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, while we have a second, let's look at the fantasy football world. Some of those guys that were expected to be elite taken in most leagues round 1, how do you think they fared?
Well, partner, I should be asking you because I know you exist in this world in a big way, but it looks like the guys at the top of the list are doing pretty well. Odell Beckham Jr., Antonio Brown was a monster in week 1. And Julio Jones, he's coming along really, really well. And then the guys who run the ball, David Johnson in Arizona, boy, catches it, runs it, doing a great job. And don't sleep on Ezekiel Elliott. That 83 yards and a touchdown. Don't trade him.
They're giving him the ball out, that's for sure. And then D'Angelo Williams has been excellent. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And it'll be 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Halfback sent in motion. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And he's got Jamal Charles. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a first down throw, it's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Smith throwing again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Romo, a delayed give to Elliott. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
And another reception by Jason Witten. All reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner. Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of 2 tight ends. He and Tony Gonzalez in the 1,000-catch club in the tight end department. They go play action here on 1st down. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Oh, you can't teach that. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the 50, it's Romo. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Romo on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to look deep down the field and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
54, get ready. Hurry up.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing on third down, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Smith now on second down. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Smith, and now the ball's loose. Smith loses it, and unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Romo now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Still 9 yards to go on third down. Throwing on third down. Romo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. It's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaching. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Smith. Caught here by Conley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if...
And Smith saw something he didn't like. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. It's Hill. Complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. On 1st down, it's Smith. And this is caught, Jeremy Maclin. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Smith throwing again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. But some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Let's go, Tiger! 59, 53.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, here's Romo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. It's caught on the right side. Williams. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. Shreds the tackle, and he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
50. Well, let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And that leads to a Dallas 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st and 10, Romo. And Beasley with it over the middle. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll be a Dallas 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm being given much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Back to throw. Romo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wondered if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. On 2nd and 10, Smith. The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. Time for a break. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Back to throw. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. A dump off for Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. He's back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Smith now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down. Now
Smith. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now here comes Kansas City. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. First throw here in overtime for Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And Hill with it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Smith. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Oh, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. The Chiefs going for it on 4th. It's Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Now Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Romo with his first throw of OT. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Now Dunbar. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They do snap it. Now Romo. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Well, let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is going to... And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the...
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Now, running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember.